We're back, baby! This time with Artificial Selection, a game which, to my understanding of a game I've not played, it gives me the vibes of, I think it's 7 persons, 7 rooms, 7 doors? Or something like that? 999? It's some triple numbers. Yeah, 999, that's the one. Yes. I did say I've not played the game, right? I get the impression it's like that. Almost. I was only a little off. I was only 222 out, or 6, depending on the way you're counting. So I tell her this game has a cat girl. I think the fact I got the number wrong has just really thrown me for a loop. Yeah, that's the impression I get. Sort of like that, maybe Danganronpa, again, another game I've not played. But I am interested to see. I'm interested to see what goes on. This game... So, well, one thing that was interesting is this opened up with toggleable options of whether or not graphic violence was shown, whether there was innuendo, and whether there was romance or not. Which I found interesting. I thought that was cool. That was a nice little way to start the game off. Like, hey, what are you looking for out of this experience? The other thing is that this demo apparently has 2 different versions in it. One is a demo more of the gameplay, and they have said is designed to be played in one sitting, which is very nice. But maybe doesn't show off as much of the game. So I have kind of been torn between doing the short version and the full version. Arcane, welcome in! How are you doing, lovely? How was your stream? How was World of Warcraft? Did you successfully... Come on, Crab, think of a single thing that happens in World of Warcraft. Did you... Did you collect pig bladders? That's probably something you do in that game. Some lady with feet, that's all I've heard. What a rarity. My, what a fascinating time. Welcome in, Arcane, how are you doing? And welcome in, Jimmy Genome, as well. How are y'all lovelies? We are playing games for the Choose Wisely Festival on Steam. I didn't do the fucking... Oh, I'm so angry at myself. So angry at myself. Did I do the thing again? Did I even post a thing in chat? I didn't even post a thing in chat. I'm a disaster. Let me put the pinned message. But we're doing something for the Choose Wisely Festival, which is currently ongoing on Steam, celebrating games all about narrative decisions and characters. And today we're checking out games either made by queer devs or featuring queer characters. And it's been an absolute delight so far. We're on to our final game of the evening, Artificial Selection, which is a lot like that one game, 555. 5 people, 5 rooms, 5 chickens. Got a man that's basically moving to an RSS. Hell yeah! Oh, like 15 years. I'm so happy for you, Arcane. Congratulations. What's the pet like? What is it? Is it some kind of fun little chicken man? I don't know why I've got chickens on the mind all of a sudden. On Steam. Let me finish this post while my brain still works, because it does occur to me playing a puzzle game at the end of the day was risky. Peep my BS post. You bullshit post. Okay, I'll very quickly peep this BS post just in case I want to share this tiny baby with the world, in case it's something the world needs to see. But I shouldn't delay too long, because I did tell the devs I would play this game. Ah, it's a chicken! It is a chicken! It's a big, scary nightmare chicken! That's incredible. That's fantastic. Well, congratulations on your new pet. I assume you're going to be running them around everywhere. We, meanwhile, are going to be trapped in a death game, I think? That's fun, right? We all want to get trapped in a death game now and then. Quick demo, basic introduction, which can easily be played in one sitting, contains 1 escape room. Full demo, the free public version of the game, contains the entire first route. and is over 10 hours long. So you can see why I'm a bit torn of like, well, this one we could easily get done within the allotted time. This one we definitely can't. But there's definitely a lot more content in this one for us to see. So we're going to play as much of the full demo as we can in this time slot. That's a whole stream idea right there, Crab. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Swamp. 10 hours long in demo time is probably at least 16 to 17 hours long in Crab stream time. Also aiming for the proper mystery beyond length. Kikyo Dev, welcome in! Dev in chat. Dev in chat, welcome in. I'm glad you could make it. We're about to start. We're about to see what's going on. Let's find out. Yes, and... Swamp. Swamp, I need to rest. Why won't you let me rest, Swamp, please? Swamp, I beg of you. It's distract the streamer time. Yeah, exactly, like... Oh! Hey, Saver, are you listening? This is life or death situation here. No, it's not. Not yet, it's not, probably. It will be soon, but I don't know if you're gonna be there. I don't think I've seen you in the screenshots. Devin chat, I love your work. My best friend's voice snaps me away from my phone. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I like how you can move the mouse around and adjust, like, yeah, they all move around with your mouse. I'm very good at words right now. I like this effect of being able to sort of parallax the characters as you're going. What did you say? I could tell. I'm asking you which scarf I should buy. Does he count as a whitehead twink? No. Tony, the authority on whitehead twinks, can confirm. The pink feathery one, or the yellow one with pearl accents? No, it's difficult to imagine. Both of them look even worse than their description suggests. Catty, Saeva, Catty. How about something a little less... adventurous? Are you serious? Here I thought I narrowed it down to the two most boring ones in the entire store. Actually, there are plenty of normal scarves all around us. Divin just happens to have a tunnel vision that only processes the worst clothing imaginable. Hair is too pink and his ears are too round. Swamp gets it. He hasn't bitten anyone yet. What about this one? I pointed an inoffensive navy blue scarf, trying to divert my friend's attention from all the other tasteless pieces of fabric. After grabbing Divin by his shoulders, we're both standing in front of it. So this is POV, we are the scarf. Oh, this was so bland I didn't even notice it. Not at all. Doesn't look really comfortable? The color complements your sweater so well. I'm not convinced. Please, at least try it on. Why are you so fired up about this? Okay. He wraps the scarf loosely around his neck, not looking very happy about it. It's not even warm. You feel like a fashion victim. It looks good on you. Really? I mean, I guess it kinda does, huh? He proudly turns around and looks at himself in the mirror, suddenly convinced this is the best scarf of all time. You're right! I need to have this! As if remote-controlled, he heads to the self-checkout machine and comes back with the scarf being officially his. It's kind of scary how one compliment can make him lose his free will. At least I acted with his best interests in mind. Oh, it's really soft! Thanks for choosing it for me. And I'm grateful I could spare the world from another fashion disaster. Wait, I completely derailed what we originally came here for. Didn't you want to buy flowers for Jen? Yeah, I wanted to check out a boutique that's right around the corner. You said you knew a lot about flower language, so can you help me pick the right ones? I acted with his best interest in mind. This time. I just memorized the most important meanings, that's all. But sure, I can figure something out. We stroll further along the mall and arrive at an open greenhouse-like section. Most of the decorative plants on display are also for sale. Whoa, this place is huge! We'll have no problems finding the perfect flowers for her. And we certainly won't get lost and trapped in some kind of death game. What kind of message did you have in mind? Something that says I'm still thinking about her and that I cherish the time we had together. Oh, buddy. And I think we're looking for candy tuft, maybe orange lilies? He politely calls out to the nearest human employee. Human employee? And asks where we could find those specific flowers. Wow, what's the occasion? A very special girl. The employee chuckles. Oh, I can imagine. Coincidentally, the two flower types can be found right next to each other. After showing us the way, the employee leaves with a wink. Divin, those flowers don't have a dirty meaning or anything, right? Goodness, of course not! I'm pretty sure I looked things up on a reputable website. The employee probably thought this was about a girl whose heart you're trying to win over. Either way, what do you say? Do you like them? The orange lilies are beautiful. The other ones are more cute, so I think she'd prefer those. Why not both? You know what? I'm gonna add some yellow hyacinths as a personal thank you. Without waiting for my answer, he skillfully combines the flowers into a mesmerizing bouquet of white, yellow, and orange. That's really pretty. Let's go with these. What are you... Our light-hearted conversation is interrupted by the confused shriek of a teenage girl. We both turn around, curious about what's going on. Near the shop's entrance, we spot a high schooler grappling with a young man. Normally, you'd immediately call the police upon seeing such a thing. But the police are already here. Namely, the young man trying to restrain her is a policeman. Was she caught trying to steal flowers or something? But before the girl could cause any more of a commotion, the policeman finally put her to sleep. Sorry? He did what now? As her body loses its strength, the policeman barely manages to catch her in his arms. Once he successfully shifts her weight in a way that's manageable to carry, he heads towards the mall's exit. He nods apologetically towards the employee from earlier before disappearing down the escalator. Must be a newbie. Who? Policeman? Yeah, I don't think we'd have heard of a scream otherwise. Huh. And the way he was uncertain of how to catch her, I'm pretty sure he hasn't done this many times before. You're right. Either way, I wish him good luck. Do you? I'm not... What do you think the girl did? Does it matter? Yeah! Kinda! I guess not. I'm still curious. Never witnessed an arrest before. Well, she was much too old to be taken away due to a flawed personality. That would have happened ages ago. I'm so scared of this game suddenly. I also don't think anybody would bother stealing flowers, so it wasn't about anything she did just now. She must have done something bad this morning in front of a small number of witnesses, and one of them reported her later. At this point, it could still be a lot of different things, so if you really want to be sure, you might as well ask the guy yourself. I could never. Doesn't he have more important things to do? Alright, and I'll do it for you. You're gonna get put to sleep, Divin. Divin! After catching up to my friend and stopping him from bothering a police officer, sure, that's the problem. Are you worried that you have a flawed person? Yes, Ravain! Obviously! You know this about me! After catching up to my friend and stopping him from bothering a police officer, we changed course towards today's main event. The sun has already begun to set, but we're finally standing in front of Jen's grave. Oh, this has taken many twists and turns already. Sensing our presence, the grave's built-in screens activate, showing her face, full name, and life dates. Jen Conby. 24th of July, 2097. 13th of January, 2116. That's what, 19? That last number should have been different. I never would have expected her to leave me so soon. But I didn't come here to pity myself. At least not exclusively. After placing the flowers, Divin and I stand in silence for a while. Say, do you know what you want to do after graduation? What's this about all of a sudden? I never had one of those enlightening moments where I suddenly knew what I wanted to do. I don't have any dreams. goals and talents. When Jen and I started dating, I finally had some vague idea what my future could look like. But now I'm completely lost again. Don't worry, you'll definitely find a career that suits you. And hey, if the worst does happen, I'll tell my parents to hire you. That way the murder bots won't find a way to shoot you into the furnace. Don't you worry, I'm not letting my friend get boiled down into more useful materials. So, we'd be co-workers then? Oh, nah, I want to become an interrogator instead. In fact, I've already started looking at job offers. It takes me a few seconds to process his words. I can genuinely see that. You're good at talking to people and figuring things out, which is certainly all that the interrogators do. It's certainly fine. Don't think about it. Right? I'd be squeezing out those juicy details with ease. Definitely. If by some miracle you end up interrogating Jen's murderer, let me know. Jen's murderer? What, was it an accident? Jen was a nice girl. Why would anyone have wanted to kill her? Maybe it was that serial killer who was all over the news. Didn't she only target rich girls her own age? Okay, you need to take off your tinfoil hat. That wouldn't make any sense. Creepy girl was convicted months before Jen's death. It couldn't have been her. Why do you look disappointed? Would you really have preferred if she was killed by some sick freak? I don't know. Just wish there was at least a reason for it. Blame the universe. Dying because of an accident is so sad. So pointless. I wouldn't say that. Brushing her death off as meaningless wouldn't do her justice. Just because she's dead doesn't mean she can no longer be a part of your life. How? She's never coming back. The memories you have together aren't going anywhere. She helped you grow as a person when you were together, and she can still do so now. With the use of AI. Haven't you seen this shit? It's definitely not horrific and dystopian. Or if it is, we're used to that apparently. This is just how things are now. That didn't help, did it? How do I put this nicely? Look, there's no way for us to change what happened. She was my friend too, you know, but torturing yourself by thinking about it isn't going to help anyone. You're right. I know I need to move on eventually, but it's hard. You don't have to do that all on your own. I'll always be there for you. Thank you, Tiffin. And sorry for whining at you like that. That's what I'm here for. Whine away. He smiles at me reassuringly and does a little fart. And pats my back. Well then, it's getting late, so I should be going home. Sure. See you tomorrow. After paying my respects to Jen one more time, I head home as well. During my bus ride, the sky gradually turns darker. It's entirely red and purple once I arrive at our apartment. Looks like Mum isn't here. She must have left work a few minutes before I came home. I warm up some leftovers and sit down next to the window looking over the streets. My grandma grew up in this apartment, yet according to her, the view barely changed in the past 100 years. Not because our city couldn't afford architectural innovation or anything like that. Landowners simply didn't want their properties to lose value due to having a skyscraper planted in front of them. After all, the view is the main reason they could ask for so much money. Yet even now that landowners aren't a thing anymore, we're still clinging to that tradition. Not a single extraordinarily tall or extravagant building around. While I can appreciate other cities' modern architecture, I don't miss it either. We have lots of different things to boast about. We have excellent healthcare and public transport, and our education system is ahead of the game. Most importantly, our way of dealing with crime is probably the best in the whole world. There's no mercy for bad people. But as long as you're a good person, the government is generous and takes excellent care of you. It's a beautiful system that makes sure everyone does their part. Still can't understand why we're the only country who does it that way, though. Oh! The sound of metal scraping against porcelain snaps me out of my thoughts. I finished my dinner without realizing it. After cleaning up the dishes and standing alone in the kitchen for a few seconds too long, the cop bursts down the door and shoots me. You spent too long waiting in the kitchen. I start to feel a little lonely. Is this how my mum feels every night? This all seems so normal. Everything seems fine. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. I leave a nice little note for her before heading to the bathroom and brushing my teeth. Kitchen rent be upon ye. Finally done with everything important, I stop by the aquarium in the corner of my room. Hey there, little guy. I take him out of the tank and give him a cuddle. My mum was against me having a real pet, so I ended up with a robot piranha. His name is Ira. In the past, it was fun to scare Mum's guests by putting my hand in the aquarium. They was completely freaked out before discovering Ira is artificial. Oh, look at him! He's very dear to me, even if he doesn't have a soul or anything. I roll back my sleeve and reach into the water to scratch his little head. As a response, the red colour of his belly intensifies. Oh, Ira, are you blushing? His lifeless stare doesn't make him look very amused. Maybe a real pet would be nice after all. Enough distractions. It's time to go to bed. I unhook my sleep mask and turn on my Dreamani. The name already explains what it does. It's a device that can manipulate your dreams. With the press of a button, you can make sure you won't have nightmares and wake up refreshed. Sounds normal. Sounds so normal. Sounds extremely normal. It was originally designed for stressed office workers, but unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for it to become mainstream. It's been a bit chilly this week, so I feel like escaping that for tonight. I'll set it to beach. I pull the wireless sleep mask over my eyes and think back to the conversation I had with Divin. Interrogator, huh? His cute exterior hides a surprisingly tough guy. This project is not at all dystopian. Like, I can get the appeal of wanting to have nice, restless sleep, but at the same time, a corporation that can just manipulate your dreams? That doesn't seem great. Doesn't seem ideal. Physically, he's a total weakling, but psychologically, he's one of the strongest people I know. I'd never be able to work with criminals. Even if their bodies were restrained, their words could still reach me. I'm very impressionable, so after spending enough time with them, I'd probably end up becoming a criminal myself. Sure. Devin is different, though. He won't become a criminal. They wouldn't get to him. No, he would be getting to them. By digging up important evidence, he'll save countless lives in the future. I wonder if I'll ever do something equally meaningful. But before I can think of a career that could suit me, I drift off to sleep. Such a level of self-awareness. I'm just one bad day from becoming a criminal at any given time. Alright, so, hello again. Without further ado, let's take a look at those files. Right, good old murder. But you did it in a roundabout way. Say, Crab, I heard you were a criminal. So roundabout, in fact, they never would have known that it was murder in the first place. Turning yourself in doesn't mitigate your sentence in any way, though. So why did you tell me? Keeping it a secret just felt wrong. Come on, if you had any kind of moral compass, you wouldn't have killed someone. Agree to disagree. I know what I stand for. I'd get Jonkled so easy. Interesting. We'll dig into that later. Either way, I know exactly why you turned yourself in. You wanted to protect an accomplice. If turning yourself in gets the case wrapped up before the police can find hints to a second culprit, they'll never go looking for one. You're not the first one who had that idea. And unfortunately, it backfired. If you hadn't confessed, you probably would have never been found out. Don't look so sad, but I guess this means my accomplice theory was spot on. I'm good. I should be getting money for this. Wait! I already am! Sick! Where was I? Right, you're still depressed. Look, I know capital punishment doesn't sound fun, but you already know what we plan to do here. What if I told you that you're eligible? I could help you. Are you sure? Nobody's ever been forgiven. I'll change that. All you need to do is tell me your accomplice's name. Now that they know where to look, it's only a matter of time until the police figure it all out. You can choose between certain death for both of you, or a chance of survival from yours truly. What will it be? Well, since we don't have anything to lose... Artificial selection. Phase 1. Huh? Feeling that something is very wrong, I sit up in my bed and look around my room. Seems my instincts were right. I'm not in my bed. This definitely isn't my room. Where the hell am I? How did I get here? And the days go by, water flowing underground. Did I crash at a random stranger's house? No, I didn't go partying last night. In fact, I never do. Where else could I be? Suddenly the bed doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I stand up examining my surroundings in order to find answers. Maybe I passed out into the street, and a kind passerby carried me to their place? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful bed. But judging by the lack of personal belongings lying about, nobody seems to be living here. It looks like a hotel room. What the hell is going on? Is this a dream? Am I still asleep? As I draw my hands towards my face, I notice they're shaking. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. The dream Annie is just being buggy or something. I take a deep breath and pinch my cheeks. Nothing happens. Okay, I've never actually done that in a dream before, so I should have seen that coming. Ah, it's easy. Just because I'm awake doesn't mean I have to face reality. I actually have, in a dream, pinched myself to see if I was awake, but never apparently come to the conclusion that that meant that I was in a dream. Just because I'm awake doesn't mean I have to face reality. No matter how I ended up here, it's time for me to leave. If the one who brought me here didn't even bother to leave a note, then I'm under no obligation to excuse myself, right? I can just walk out of here. I head to the door next to the bed and grip the handle, but I can't even push it down completely. It's locked. That can't be good. I once shot myself in a dream to wake up. That might have been the edgiest thing I've ever done. Wow, Ravane. God damn. Persona 3 over here. You okay? Huh? Out of nowhere, the TV lights up. There, with big, bright letters, the screen unmistakably reads, Fosaeva. How do they know my name? I mentally slapped myself for being so paranoid. The answer is obvious. The one who found me probably checked my wallet and found my ID on the way. They must have stolen... Yeah, I think they probably stole that from you. Thinking about my wallet made an entirely different fear well up inside me. My jacket feels suspiciously non-heavy. I check my pockets to investigate further. Not only my wallet, but my keys, my phone, and even my paper tissues, both used and unused, are missing. Hold on, what? As I look down at my chest, something entirely different catches my attention. Why am I wearing all this? Where are my PJs? Did my kidnapper change my clothes while I was unconscious? For what possible reason? My brain is tired of cooking up answers. Confused, creeped out, and feeling utterly defeated. Someone just tell me what's going on! My gaze drifts back to the TV screen. Of course. The Fosaeva doesn't feel threatening anymore. In fact, it now has a calming effect. I just have to watch this and everything will make sense. I gently tap the screen. I'm Vanagloria! I'm Tristitia. And welcome to Purgatory! Well, you're not in a contract of hell you might or might not believe in. But as far as society is concerned, you are dead. Dead? What you've done would normally not be forgiven, because we're so very, very generous. We answered all your pleas and are giving you a second chance. You can try and prove that you deserve to be alive. You, Saeva, have committed the sin of wrath. Shame on you! To make you realize your mistakes, we give you a companion who is just like you. You and her, Ephra, make up Team Wrath. Oh, that was him talking, I think. Socializing is difficult when you're all angry and grumpy, right? We want you to change that, so you should befriend as many people as possible. And since we're super considerate, we put 14 sinners here in total. That way you're bound to find someone you can get along with. Before you can meet them, you will first need to exit your rooms. This will turn out to be more difficult than you'd ordinarily expect. Don't worry though, it's supposed to be a fun exercise for you and your sin mates. Studies have shown that solving an escape room together is an excellent team-building activity. Studies have shown that? That was merely our hypothesis. Come on, don't be like that. Dibs on Team Sloth! But by showing such eagerness to be on Team Sloth, you've already failed to be on Team Sloth. You're on Team Envy. Don't be like that, you know what I mean. Fuck! No, I will be like that. You should not be spreading blatant misinformation. Well, and who's gonna stop me? I can say whatever I want. I'll give you another one. Studies have also shown that you got a stick up your butt. That is not true. No study has shown that. And I strongly advise you not to use such profane language in front of our subjects. Profane? Seriously? Butt isn't a bad word. Well, it most certainly isn't a nice word either. I think it's great. But. See? If I wasn't allowed to say that, it would have been censored by now. I suppose this is a cause worth verifying. What's going on now? Quiet. I'm mentally preparing myself. How could this be? You said it wasn't a bad word. You totally fell for it! I'm the, how do you say, alpha? This introduction is kind of a train wreck, huh? Should we shut this down and try again? No, this will never work if we don't take it seriously. We'll see this through to the end. Alright then. Sorry about the saver, but you probably understood the main message. I called it the older meaning of sloth. It's less laziness and more apathy. Yeah, that sounds about right for me too. I sure hope so, but I will reiterate just in case. As soon as we're done talking, we will unlock the door to your sinmate Ephra's room. Once you have exchanged introductions, it is time for you to figure out how to escape. And always remember, trust and teamwork are super important. Help and rely on each other. That is all. Good luck, and see you soon! The screen turns black. Speechless. My previous theory can't even begin to explain what I just watched. Is this a prank? A social experiment? Am I on some foreign reality TV show? What can anyone gain from something like this? I just want to go home! Suddenly, the door next to my bed cracks open a bit. I cautiously step away. Right, they said my sinmate would be in that room. An individual who committed the sin of wrath. Does that mean they're a violent person? Are they going to attack me? At last the door fully opens and a jarringly relaxed girl pops inside. Saver boy! Finally I get to meet you in person. She has the body language of a drunk person, but her face indicates she's sober. She doesn't seem like a threat, but all of my brain cells are screaming that I don't have the energy to deal with someone like her. That I need to get out of here. Her mouth starts moving before my feet. We know each other? Well, yes, I've heard a lot about you. Those TV people said your name is Seva and that you're my wrath buddy. So you're Ephra? Ephra nods. Okay, so we can communicate. Maybe she can help me figure out this situation. Do you know why you're here? But Ephra only gulps and stares at me blankly. I'm sorry, but I don't have the time to beat around the bush. I mean, I said it's because I'm angry and grumpy, but do I seem that way to you? No, admirably chipper even. And do you know where we are? Nope. I'm afraid I'm as clueless as you. Then why do you seem so relaxed? There's no point in worrying. If this place is safe, I'd just be making a fool out of myself. And if I'm done for, then I'd rather have a good time before I die. She has a point, but it's impossible to actually internalize that mindset in a situation like this. A companion who's just like you. Very funny. Anyway,
anyways. We're buddies, right? So we'll find the answers to your questions together.
Right. But shouldn't we first try finding an exit?
Oh, yeah, it's escape room time. I've played plenty of video games based on that, so you're in good hands.
That too, but I meant escaping this building as a whole.
Huh. Plan on just walking out of here? How bold.
What? Of course! Every building has an exit, and I don't want to stay here even a second longer. In fact, this is outrageous! How dare they do this to us?
No, don't tell me you want to speak to the manager.
I'm not joking! Why should we put up with this?
Because it's not up to us. Pretty sure they've made it hard to leave without their permission. I'll keep an eye open for your sake, but I don't want to anger those who put us here.
You don't need to comply in advance.
If you can't find an exit, we need to play along and do what they say. Otherwise, you're putting both of us in danger. Can you do that?
Saver is being unreasonably wrathful right now.
Contrary to her initial cheerfulness,
Ephra's manner of speaking has become diplomatic and cold. How could I be so thoughtless? Our kidnappers represent a huge threat and they shouldn't be taken lightly. Ephra is probably scared of the situation after all. I should give her a reassuring smile. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yikes, what kind of face is that? Face? That's me smiling.
You should work on that then.
We focus on getting out of here instead.
Good call. The room isn't going to escape itself. It should be fun.
Escape the room!
Alright, so how new are you to this kind of thing?
I mean, I know escape rooms, generally. I don't know these ones necessarily specifically, but I know my way around.
Awesome, let's get started right away.
What's that?
Looks like a flower to me. Got a few of those in my room as well. I'm sure they'll become useful somehow. You should pick it up.
Find it! Apparently I skipped some text that I didn't notice.
So you have one of those plants too. The indents on his leaves look kind of suspicious, don't you think?
Think it's related to a puzzle? If we need to change something about the plants, then how do we get it to bloom? Do we need to water it?
That's some nice out-of-the-box thinking. I'm not sure we even have to go that far.
Making reference and did it wrong to boot, okay. So she's suggesting we can do something else with it? I place a flower on one of the leaves. It slots itself perfectly into the indentation as if attracted by a magnetic force. Seek a way out. Is that from my favorite game 12 people, 12 rooms, 12 alligators? Is it from that?
Hey, that looks promising.
I guess this confirms the flowers have something to do with the plants.
Talk to Ephra. I don't think we solved this randomly. Probably still missing a necessary hint. Ephra steps in front of the painting and rubs her chin, deep in thought. I see. Yes, it all makes sense to me now.
What does?
Why I never went to art school? I have no idea what this is supposed to be, or mean.
Do you think one half of it looks jumbled? For example, if you imagine that part next to this one, the edges would line up.
Oh wow, you're right! I was wondering why the other half looked normal, but we're probably supposed to fix it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Let's swap. Oh, okay. I get it. I see what we're doing. In which case, that will go there. I assume these bits go like that. Kind of a slide puzzle. Not quite. And that's also fine by me. There.
Nice one! My room had a jumbled painting too. I think I can take care of it now. I wouldn't want you believing that you're the smarter one around here.
You may say it like that, but I think you just want to be helpful.
What? How dare you accuse me of such a thing?
Despite her words, she leaves the room with a big grin on her face. Shortly after, an electronic sound can be heard and Ephra comes back.
I guess we're even now.
That takes care of the paintings.
I think we're done with the paintings.
I thought the paintings would give us access to a second flower.
I try opening the drawer, but it won't budge. That's whack. Can't see a keyhole anywhere, nor any kind of switch. Maybe we're not supposed to open it yet? I'm exhausted. Ephra dramatically plops herself onto the seat. You can take care of the rest from here, right? Fine, fine. I'm just kidding. She stands back up again. It's a comfy chair, though. I'll give it that. Okay, yeah, we didn't get a second plant. Is it just me or is this kind of wobbly? You're right. And that definitely means we're supposed to turn it around. Ephra's escape room wisdom number 6. Something seems broken, it's broken on purpose. Do you actually write a guide like that? Nah, I just made that up on the fly. Unless you'd be interested in reading it. Not really. Ow. Yep. And that sure is that. Tried to open the door, but it's locked. I mean, yeah. It wouldn't be much of an escape room if all you had to do was walk outside. I guess so, but this is the exit and the other door is the one between our rooms, and what's the third door good for? How should I know? Let's find out. I didn't open the desk. Interesting. Your blanket has a different color than mine. You think that could be important? Yep, that's exactly the type of thing you gotta pay attention to. But I don't know what to do about it yet. Isn't that the door you came in through? That's right! My room's on the other side. It's not that exciting since it pretty much looks exactly the same as yours, but feel free to come in. Hey, this one's wobbly too! Now we have one wobbly seat in each room. You know what that means? No. I don't even have a remote idea what that means. Neither do I! Right as I let go of the seat, a jingle resounds. Nice! We're making steady progress. She tries turning the seat again, but this time it won't budge. It means we can wobble together. Yep, we're done here. Thank you, Chaz. Say, are you noticing a pattern here? A pattern for what? The puzzles we're solving. Our rooms had subtle differences at first, but we've been getting rid of them bit by bit. Does that bother you? I personally think symmetry is a nice thing. Sure, it's nice to look at and all, but a room reflects your personality similarly to how your outfit does. So while they aren't forcing us to wear prison uniforms, they're still trying to tell us you're not special or something. Why would we be wearing prison uniforms? Maybe I'm just overthinking things. I think it's a fair thing to worry about. And another flower for our collection. Well, except for the fact that seemingly the police just instantly kill you for any crime. Locked as well. Our rooms are basically symmetrical, so that makes sense. Pick a flower to place it. Oop. This one's locked too. It does make me curious to what's on the other side. I think we're done with the paintings. This one won't open either. Hey, be glad. That's one less thing to worry about. Not for any reason, just for having a flawed personality. Oofa. Let's focus our attention on all the other stuff in here. Oh, you're right. Your blanket is more bluish than mine. See? Our rooms are similar otherwise, so that has to be a clue for something. Split blanket. Item! Hey, look! There was something under my blanket. It's another flower. I'll bring it along. Look at your plant. Ephra has the same plant as me, just mirrored. Huh. The blanket has a different color on the inside. I think we should try wearing our blankets as capes. I mean, I'm down. I didn't expect you of all people to suggest that. What's your plan? I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun or something. But we can forget about it. No, let's definitely do that sometime. Aw, we've got affection for that. Cute. The blanket has a different color on the inside. I think we should try flipping your blanket. I see. That way they'll both be the same color on the outside. Yeah, that could work. We both grab one end of the blanket and flip it over together. As soon as it's in place, a jingle can be heard. Hey! Nice one, Saver! Okay. After those two people stopped talking, the screen went black, but now there's this rectangle on it. Doesn't it look kind of like a battery? Maybe there's some huge game controller charging somewhere. Or maybe it's a screen for a minigame. Oh, or maybe it's some kind of progress bar. Why does only video game stuff come to your mind? We need to take this seriously. Although, progress bar doesn't sound that unrealistic. Right? I think this shows the amount of puzzles we already solved, or... Wait. A closer look. What is this? Did it have something to do with the flowers in here? And... something else? Strange symbols. Okay. So the bottom, both of the ones on the left. And... okay. So this one goes top left because of the same number of leaves. Can I remove these? Nice. Okay, so this one goes here. And then we've got to double check these ones. So this one goes on the bottom left. This one goes on the top. Wait a minute. There's not 3 that point to the right. There's 3 that point to the left. So do we have to reverse this? Or am I overthinking it? Oh, nice! You did it! In that case, I gotta do my part too. I'll be back in a sec. She takes 3 additional flowers she's apparently been hoarding out of her pockets and disappears through the door. And comes back after a ridiculously short amount of time. Oh, that truly was just a sec. How did you do that? Well, with the sample solution right there, it truly was a piece of cake. Thanks for doing all the heavy lifting. This inmate isn't that bad when he does most of the work for you. Hey, don't get used to it. Fine. But you did well. Now we can finally give those poor plants a break. Congratulations! You did it! Efra and I turn around to face my TV. You've done well sorting out your differences. Do you not feel like you have grown closer? Well, yeah, but only because I suggested we throw the blankets on his capes. Well, either way, you did what we asked you to do. This is a nice little warm-up, so now we think you're ready for your first proper task. That is, meeting the other 12 participants. To make the process more formal, we require that you save every participant's basic information on your DA, a digital assistant. Of course, the catch is that you don't have a DA yet. You have to find one first. We've scattered them all around this place, so have fun looking for them. Therefore, your duties are twofold. Familiarize yourselves with the other participants, as well as this building. Once all 14 DAs contain information on all participants, your task will be considered complete. You've unlocked the door to the hallway, so we won't hold you up any longer. Make lots of new friends. That is all. Good luck, and see you soon! Door unlocked! Find the... Well then, what are we waiting for? Part nervous, part excited, Efra opens the door and steps outside. I follow closely behind. Stop! I said stop walking! Hey! Mere seconds after stepping out into the dimly lit hallway, a young man calls out to us. Confused, Efra and I stop dead in our tracks. Ugh. Apparently this wasn't to the man's liking. Couldn't you hear me? Why'd you let the door fall shut behind you? The door? We cast a glance behind us. Indeed, the heavy metal plate shut on its own. Oh, that. Why, is that bad? I'll let you decide how much you want to regret it, but that was our last chance to get inside. All the other doors are locked too. Now that he mentions it, the entire hallway is lined with doors identical to ours. Okay, and I'm gonna guess that those were the rooms everyone else woke up in. Wasn't anything important in ours, so why would you want to get in? Even if that were true, I've made it my job to find loopholes around here. And you happen to forget the second locked door in the back of your room. It's kind of impressive that you managed to neglect that. While the fashionable band's attitudes are reigniting my anxiety, Efra remains unimpressed. Well, now it's locked for good. Should have yelled something more specific if you wanted us to keep it open. So that's where you are. Were you waiting in front of their rooms the entire time? Yep, but I could have saved myself the effort. I thought we were a team. Don't run off like that. Sorry, we should probably introduce ourselves. My name is Forrest, and this is my lovely partner, Ashore.
The sarcasm was uncalled for.
I'm Ephra. This awkward little kid here is Sayeva. You're Team Wrath, am I right? I think that was the only one we were missing. Right, although I'm not exactly sure how well that name actually fits us. Tell me about it. How do you think we feel about being in Team Lust? I don't want people's first association with me to be that, you know?
And it wouldn't be if you didn't keep bringing it up.
Are you joking? They gotta check our profiles anyway, so I'd rather be upfront about it. Wouldn't you be wary of anyone with that sin?
Not really. It's pretty obvious that our sins aren't based on our crimes, but our personalities.
You think so? But don't people commit crimes that align with their personality?
I'm just saying, we didn't necessarily commit sex crimes, and Team Wrath isn't necessarily the most violent or dangerous. That'd be a little too on the nose now, wouldn't it?
I sure hope so.
There's no guarantee, is there? It's possible we're trapped in here with all sorts of dangerous individuals.
I think the risks are pretty slim. We already talked to everyone, they all seem nice.
All is being a bit generous, but most of them had some degree of social competence, yes. Also, it's probably hard to find someone doing gluttony crimes.
And that said, where the hell are they? For 14 people, it sure is empty around here. They should be upstairs. Since all the bedroom doors are locked, we quickly lost interest in this area. And I only came back down because I was looking for Ashore.
Just like Ephra, these two are acting way too relaxed. It's time to discuss some real questions. Those others, do any of them remember what brought them here?
Forrest and Ashore exchange surprised glances, then laugh.
What?
Is that, like, a trick question?
I'll bite. Nope. Do you? Me neither.
Thank you for the follow!
The last thing I can clearly remember is just a normal, uneventful day. I hung out in my room the whole time.
Gluttony team could be cannibals if that's... Yeah, that's true.
I hung out in my room the whole time.
Oh, same here. Nothing involving meeting a dangerous organization.
Dangerous organization? Well, who do you think the two people from the video work for? Venatress. That's what we decided to call them since their names are so long. Whoever their boss is, they must have a huge amount of cash and power.
I wonder what that deal is. Ransom money, maybe?
That's being optimistic. Well, this is all some spectacle for rich people to bet on our lives.
No, I don't want to turn against you. That's horrible.
Not at all an overdone cliche.
But also, what do you think my chances are? A lot of people better be betting on me to win. As long as it's not a speaking competition, I'm fine. If I wasn't one of the most popular ones, I wouldn't be able to recover from that.
I don't know when I started shaking again, but the current topic definitely didn't help. I've never dealt with a situation like this before. I was never confronted with so much uncertainty and fear. For the past 19 years, I've been an upstanding citizen and got to live a peaceful life in return. Followed every law, every rule, every social convention. Why is this happening to me? For some reason, the others seem to have adapted already. They're just accepting the situation how it is, without so much as a complaint. What's up with that? Do they have nerves of steel, or am I seriously the one who's overreacting? Suddenly, I noticed something nudging my arm.
Hey, buddy? You alright?
I'm snapped out of my thoughts and the shaking stops. I'm fine. Just a little overwhelmed.
Sorry, we were just joking around, you know? Should we change the topic?
After casting one more cautious glance at me, Ephra lets go of me.
That's probably a good idea. Earlier you mentioned checking our profiles. What did you mean by that? Oh, that! It's one of the functions of the DAs. As soon as you meet someone, it shows you all the basic information you could want about them.
Too much information, actually. My weight should have been nobody's business.
Either way, I should already be saved on yours. Here, let me show you.
Forrest peers at Ephra and me, her eyes wandering between our hands and our pockets.
Oh, you think we didn't get ours yet? Duh, you just woke up.
She gently boxes her own skull.
I'll show you on mine then.
Sayeva Eros. Age 19, weight 67 kilograms, sin, wrath, gender male, height 176, date of birth June 25th. Vanagloria, date of birth, height 175 centimeters. Look at these littles. Look at the small. They're so tiny. Ah, they all have tinies.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at the littles. 19, 20, 21, 23. Forrest. Forrest, you ruined the pattern. You only have one heart with Ephra. Damn, that really is cool. You know what? You can borrow my DA until you find your own. Without waiting for us to accept her offer, she grasps my hand and studies it for a second. Then she places a device in my palm and clasps my fingers on top of it. We're commenting on most of them being quite short. No, they just got little chibbies. They got the little chibbies. Are you sure? Of course. It currently helps you more than me. Just give it back to me later. Besides, if I really needed one, I'm sure Ash would let me use his.
We'll see about that.
Either way, we've held you up long enough. Why don't you go ahead and meet the others? That's a good point. Thanks. But it was nice talking to you.
I immediately assume her giving us her pad is part of the first minute. Like, same ravine? I'm like, and now all contestants who are not currently holding their own pad will be immediately murdered. No! It sure was. I might even forgive you for the door thing.
Bye-bye.
Ephra and I continue along the hallway.
Well, well, well.
What was that about? What? While absent-mindedly engaging with Ephra, my primary focus is elsewhere.
That thing Forrest did? The hand?
Yeah? To make sure that they really are locked, I check the handle of every door we pass.
She was totally hitting on you! That's such an obvious excuse for physical contact.
Okay. It's not that I don't believe those two, but verifying that the doors are locked myself is the only way I can stop hoping they made a mistake.
Hey, are you even listening to me? What's worrying you so much?
What isn't worrying me? Maybe let's start with the fact that we're dealing with a terrifying underground organization? Even though it's hard to believe something of this scale went unnoticed by the government. Still, my goal happens to be getting the hell out of here! Why is no one else taking this seriously?
Look, I don't know what's going on with you, but let me suggest something really wild. What if what we're dealing with is the government?
Huh? You're thinking the police is involved? Why would they do this to innocent civilians? The police have never done anything wrong in their entire lives. There's no possible way that anything could ever go wrong with the police. They protect and they serve and nothing else.
You can drop the act. Vanessa said we're buddies, right? And what we did was similar.
Then what did you do?
I used to have a really bad temper. Could have even called me a bully. So I'll admit putting me in Team Wrath isn't completely inaccurate. What about you? Must be punishing you for a reason.
Well, I've been thinking about it, and maybe it's the fact I've been wasting my time. I graduated high school a few weeks ago and haven't even looked into what I want to do next.
Was that enough for you to get punished? Wouldn't you have to refuse work way longer than that?
Or be born with a bad personality, apparently? I mean, I'm not sure what the latest guidelines are. It's possible they voted on it, made conditions more strict, and I neglected to keep up with the news. And if that was my fate, I'd accept it. But then, why am I still alive? Shouldn't they just kill me? Oh, this is way too fishy. What if this is the work of a group of evil rich people after all? I don't want to die!
So you don't want to die, but you'd be okay with the government killing you?
Of course. That's what it means to be an upstanding citizen. Society would be better off without me. This boy. This boy.
Dang. How on earth did you end up in here?
That's what I'd like to know.
Either way, try to wipe the evil millionaire thing from your mind. That's not what's happening here. Vanatra said they're giving us a chance to prove our worth. Or Vanatris? Vanatris. Have a good time at work, Tony. I hope it goes alright. We'll be here trying not to be dead. Vanatra said they're giving us a chance to prove our worth. I think as long as we follow their instructions, they'll let us stay alive.
Can you be so cheerful about this? We could still die!
Well, for our kind of situation, we'd already be dead. So I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'll show them that I'm not a bully anymore, that I can get along with everyone just fine. Same goes for you. They'll see that they were wrong about you if you make some friends here. And I think you already made one.
That's impossible. How could I have made a friend already? We've been awake for like 30 minutes.
You didn't have to take it so literally. I was talking about myself.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't quite call us friends yet, but I appreciate the sentiment.
There we go. Still have plenty of time to change that. I smile and nod.
We keep walking along the corridor until we reach a big hall with more doors.
There are 2 cozy corners, each consisting of a coffee table surrounded by couches. Team Lust is hanging out across the hall, presumably trying to pass the time while everyone finishes up the current task.
I think it's a good idea if we don't take Forrester's generosity for granted. Let's find our DAs as soon as possible so we can give this one back to her.
I like this new line of thinking. Less looking for exits, more looking for stuff that matters.
I'd still argue the exit matters a whole lot.
Sure, but I'm on board. Forrest really helps us out since now we already know what the DAs look like. They're not that big, so it's pretty easy to hide them in all sorts of places. How about we look over there?
Ephra points to the second batch of couches in the opposite corner of the hall. Good idea. Maybe one was hidden under the pillows or something. Ephra and I get to work. I check every crevice of the couches while Ephra inspects all surfaces around the coffee table.
Can do it!
There's no sign of an electronic device anywhere.
Are you looking for a DA over there? Sorry, we got that one already.
A girl exclaims while walking down the stairs. Shortly after, she and her partner are standing in front of us.
This is the first location we checked. There's nothing left around here. Maybe you'll have more luck upstairs? A lot of DAs have been bunking up there.
I see. Thanks for the tip. But I think we'll stay here for now. I think we'll stay here for now as well. Because the ads are running. So we're going to take a little stretch break. Everyone, join me in stretching if you feel like it. I encourage it, but... Oh, my various vertebrae. Oh, no. Hey, so this world is fucked, right? This world is fucked and our protagonist is fucked, right? We're all picking up that vibe. We're all picking up the things is wrong. This would have been the cutoff point for the quick demo, by the way. Cool, amazing. We're already getting the extra content. Yeah, that has worked out beautifully for me then. Oh, I'm liking these characters. I really like the art. I know I can say that about every game. I just chose games with really good art, I guess, but I'm liking the vibes. It does kind of make me want to try out 999. Sorry. 15. But also I have half watched Violite playing those games on stream. Only half watched because they always stream when I'm going to bed and I fall asleep, which doesn't help with comprehending it. And the games look like complete nonsense. They look like they go very strange in their stories. Whereas this feels like, so far, like a much more natural, normal death game scenario, you know. That one we've all been used to in our day-to-day lives. But yeah, I'm really liking the vibe so far. And like, I do hope our guy learns to maybe be less of a bootlicker. But we'll see. Yeah, it's an interesting angle to be seeing, like, I don't know though, like, having the relationships between all the different characters, but if we're gonna be dying, that's gonna get stressful. It got more nonsense as time went on. The first Zero Escape is self-contained and makes sense on its own terms. Okay, that's something. Yeah, to be fair, I think I maybe joined from the second Zero Escape game. I don't know that I've actually seen anything of the first one. But yeah, they were... Boy howdy, did they get strange. Zero Escape was admittedly a big inspiration behind this. I'm not surprised to learn that. That is certainly the impression I was getting. But equally, like, a bunch of random people pulled together into a death game scenario for reasons as yet unknown. I had a thought at the start of the sentence. It disappeared. I have been streaming for 9 hours now. I'm sure you can excuse that. Alrighty. Let's find out who these people are. Been so far off the rails that it's somewhat interesting again. Second one's kind of in the middle and, in your opinion, the weakest one. I do seem to remember the third one just getting... Well, that was the thing. It's like, I missed a lot of the details because I kept falling asleep. Which didn't help, considering the details were batshit. Absolute nonsense. Absolutely wild.
I see. Thanks for the tip, but I think we'll stay here for now. Do you not believe me? Do you think I'm trying to trick you? That I'm telling you not to chicken Sarah because we want to check it ourselves? I promise that's not the case, look!
She hastily pulls a D out of her pocket and nearly drops it in the process.
You show yours too, Absent? There's no need, we believe you. I mean that we're staying here because we want to talk to you. Oh, of course, we still have to introduce ourselves.
Before we get into that, whether you happen to have an energy drink...
Just give it up already. All our stuff got taken away, remember?
It doesn't hurt to try. I'm too tired to process any of this.
Well, seems like it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ephra, and this helpless child here is Sayeva. The pleasure's all mine. I'm Kanori, and this is Absent.
And let me guess, your team Sloth?
That's right. How did you know?
Kanori glances at Absent for a second before rephrasing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. She still didn't answer me about those energy drinks. I'm sorry, we don't have any. I thought he just fell asleep. I thought he just instantly, like, poof, on the floor. In response, Absent lets out a loud whine and throws himself back onto the couch.
Don't mind him. He's been like this since he woke up. Why don't I start by telling you a little about myself? Something that would be a fun fact. No, I know. If you couldn't tell, this actually isn't my biological hair color.
Finally seeming somewhat relaxed around us, Kanori primps her hair in order to draw our attention to it. Cool. So you actually dyed it the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, I wanted to do a trial run before getting it modified.
So that's why there's that black stuff. I thought that was an astute observation, but for some reason, Ephra gives me the stink eye.
The roots really are that noticeable, huh? Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to touch them up since, you know.
Well, I think it looks cool, so don't worry about it. You're unintentionally pulling off the intentionally messy look. That manages to restore the smile on Kanori's face.
Anyways, it's only fair if we tell you something about ourselves as well. Sayeva, you go first.
Me? I really wish I was at home right now, and, I like my grandma.
That's it? Well, I'm studying game design, and...
For real? Game design? Immediately, Absent perks up again. I always wanted to do that, but my parents told me to study something that can be taken seriously.
Interesting. Absent, you need to watch your wording. Because people will think you're insulting them.
Too bad. I always say the first thing that comes to mind. If I think before I speak, I forget what I was gonna say.
Maybe that would be for the better.
Hey, where did that come from?
Huh? I actually said that out loud? I'm so sorry.
I guess you said the first thing that came to mind, so now we're even.
Actually, it's Ephra you should get even with, but... whatever.
Oh no, he's a gamer. Enough of that. Did you guys get a map yet?
Uh-huh. What kind of map? This place. I don't see why you'd need it, but it's an app we can install on our DAs.
Kanori, maps are amazing!
A world atlas would have been interesting, but ground plan of this building? Not so much.
You don't get it. We might be able to find a secret exit. Why else would they be giving us a map?
Wouldn't that give you an architecture intern an unfair advantage?
Well, I wouldn't mind. And hey, I promise I'll come back to save you, something.
No! You'd have to tell everyone about your escape route before you go! To be honest, I doubt there's a secret exit. Why'd they bother putting us here only for there to be an easy way out? And even if there was one, why would they put it on a map where all of us can see? It can't be a secret exit anymore. If I was behind all this, I'd make sure everything went exactly according to plan.
Ephra, real quick, are you behind all this? Ephra. Effie. May I call you Effie? Effie. You'd tell me if you were behind all this, right? Yeah? Then what if you made a mistake?
I'd have a team that didn't let that happen. And even if it does, the mistake wouldn't be so obvious that it could be figured out by some random guy.
Well, good thing you aren't behind us, because I will figure it out.
Sensing this conversation isn't going anywhere, Kanori pats Absent on the back. We wouldn't be able to redeem ourselves if we tried to cheat, no? How did you expect that to work out? Either way, I recommend you scan the app code upstairs. And Absent, why don't we talk to Forrest and Asher again? Fair enough. See you guys later. Once we arrive on the upper floor, I immediately feel drawn towards the windows. The outside world's right there.
Normally I'd never vandalize something, but do you think there's a legal way to smash these windows?
And then what?
What do you mean? Then we'd be free.
Do you have eyes? Can't even see the ground from up here.
It's dark. Also, you wear glasses, so I'm not sure.
Fine. You want to get turned into a cyber pancake? Be my guest.
I appreciate your concern, but shouldn't we at least try to consider the most obvious way out?
I don't even mean the most obvious way out of life. I'm serious, you wouldn't make that fall. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Is she really that worried? Me being near the glass makes her this nervous. Maybe I should try something else. Shouldn't we at least place a message against the window? So when someone sees it from outside, they'll call for help?
We're criminals. Why would anyone bother helping us? Besides, if people lived nearby, wouldn't we see lights outside? You have no idea where we are.
Maybe we can look that up on the map.
Efra and I head towards the dining table. As Kanori indicated, there was a QR code sticker on it.
I didn't even realize this thing had a camera. Here goes.
Upon scanning it, a map is displayed on the screen. Wow, the detail's incredible. I wonder what kind of legendary artist is behind this.
I don't know, it looks pretty convenient. It's even showing our current location.
But why are there only 2 floors? Are we in a skyscraper?
Idiots. Didn't think it was possible to miss something so obvious.
Huh?
See that room between the stairs? That's an elevator. But we can only access it from the lower floor.
You forgot the most crucial part. We don't even know how to open it.
I was just getting to that.
At any rate, hello you two. Hey, I'm Efra, and this lost soul here is Saeva. I love all of the different things Efra is calling Saeva. I wonder about that artist too. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Maysol.
Unfortunately, she is the biggest.
Now, there's no need to use foul language. Please disregard my partner. That offensive creature isn't even worthy of having a name.
Oh, thank you for the pleasant introduction. Really, why did I have to get stuck with you?
For once, I feel like we're on the same page. Ah, Team Condescending Jerk!
As if a nicey robot like you could feel things. My name is Loy, by the way.
Incredible, it has a sense of self. Maybe we are dealing with a primate after all.
I'm not a down primate!
You are aware that humans are categorized as such. That was a pretty devastating cell phone, my dude. Now let me inform you further about the elevator. As I mentioned before, we don't know how to operate it. The only things next to it are a button, which doesn't work, and a trash chute, which you can assume is unrelated. Maybe there's a control panel somewhere? That is a possibility. Please alert me if you find anything of the sort. So you're kind of like the boss around here? I wouldn't go that far. I really enjoy being kept up to date.
How fitting for a robot to say.
The monkey has regained his ability to speak.
Hey, Efra, don't we have a lot more people to talk to?
The slow voice. Aw, thank you.
It is a fun one.
You're right, Saeva, we have to go. Team Pride immediately resumes its bickering. Good call. I think we dodged a bullet there. But we really do have more people to talk to. Now that we have a map, where should we look first?
Well, let's look in storage.
As we're entering the storage room, I trip over something.
Ah!
Oh wait, what's where you going? Humiliated and annoyed, I pick up what caused me to embarrass myself. It's an empty cola bottle with a small text reading caffeine free. I put it back on one of the shelves. Boiler room, boiler room. Genuinely, that's why I went with the storage room. I was like, yeah, this is kind of like the boiler room of these options.
Excuse me, we should probably recycle that.
Where did you come from?
Oh, I've just been standing here, but you didn't notice me. My name is Tess. Nice to meet you.
I'm Ephra, and this clumsy mess here is Sayeva. Are you all on your own?
Oh no, my partner Divin is back there looking through the shelves.
His name is Divin? Ah, Tess, did you call me? Our eyes meet, and it's as if time stopped. Divin and I simply stare at each other without saying a word. He's the first to take the initiative by shooting me a serious glare and lightly shaking his head. What's his deal? Isn't now the time for a big, heartwarming reunion?
Is something the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. I just thought I knew this guy from somewhere. This guy is your best friend! It's nice to meet you two. Why is he acting like he's never met me before?
So what are you guys looking for?
Maybe I'm hallucinating a different face onto a random stranger.
I'm trying to figure out if this food can sustain all of us.
Maybe he really isn't the Divin I know. If it doesn't, there's always cannibalism. Okay, now that's a very different joke to make. And I'm the only one who's laughing. Oh, not gluttony though. These are the Envy team. We also didn't get a look at the other little chibis. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at a little Oh, she's so cute. That's Loy. That's Loy. Adorable. What is he doing here? Don't be alarmed, I'm just kidding. I think these provisions should last us several weeks. Now he's looking at me again. It's his, don't worry, I got this face. But what does he got? What does he got? Is he expecting me to play along and pretend I don't know him? That's a relief. So is there anything else in here?
There's a couple of boxes we can't open.
It seems like things being locked is a recurring theme. It's frustrating. I really wish I could go back to my room.
Why? Did you forget something?
No, but I do feel kind of vulnerable when I don't have a place to retreat to, don't you?
I just want to go home. There are too many people out there who should be missing me right now.
Don't worry, we'll be out of here in no time. By meeting Team Wrath, we're already completed our first task.
Looks like you're way ahead of us. Did you happen to find any DAs in here?
You haven't gotten yours yet? We did find one here, although unfortunately I need it for myself.
But if we had any DAs to spare, of course we'd have given them to you.
That's really nice of you. Thanks, but no problem at all. We'll just keep looking. I understand. Good luck to you then.
See ya!
Tis timidly waves at us before we step back outside. And where should we go next? Boiler room, boiler room, boiler room! Kitchen. Hi there! Hello. You two look surprisingly alike.
That's because we're twins. I'm Rara.
I'm Sed. You're Ephra and Sayeva, right?
Yeah, how did you...
That question wasn't actually directed at us. Sed looks at his sister, who nods upon confirming the information with her DA.
Oh, we just asked around. Now, let me get straight to the point. What did you two do to end up in here?
Ephra and I shoot each other a worried glance. Me and my sister have reason to trust and believe each other, but you two...
Just make it easier for everyone to tell us.
Better throw her under the bus now than regret not having done so later. Alright, Ephra's a bully.
Sayeva, you snitch! I didn't know you had it in you! Now we're getting somewhere. What do you know about him, Ephra?
Well, he's more on edge than a hungry middle-aged man who just got his sandwich pooped on by a bird, but... What the hell's that supposed to mean?
There you go.
Considering that you two are from the Wrath team, this does make a lot of sense.
No, dumbass, they're definitely hiding something. Why are you covered up like that?
As if to verify its thickness, Rara grabs the hem of my coat.
Those jackets on you two way too hot? Very suspicious. But I'll let it slide for now. So we're done with you.
Just as quickly as she slid closer, she lets go again.
Look at all this bisexual lighting going on. See ya! I have been told that at least most, possibly all of the characters are canonically bisexual, so there might be something in there. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. Hey, what about you guys? Why are you here? The twins already slipped away. Well, that was weird. Yeah, shocking how impolite they were.
That too, but how are they going to complain about our clothes when they're the ones wearing beach outfits? I might have thought our jackets were out of place, but I was thinking the same thing in reverse. Aren't they cold?
You're right, I'm pretty comfortable wearing my coats, and they must be freezing. I really would have expected wealthy people to be able to afford more clothes.
Wealthy? Was one of them wearing expensive shoes or something? I wasn't paying attention.
No, I'm talking about the fact that they're siblings.
Oh, duh! Unfortunately, you can't buy good manners. But onto a more important topic. I think the lounge is the only place we haven't visited yet. Let's check it out.
Two people are browsing the bookshelves of what seems to be a lounge area.
No, oh, sorry, you busy reading? Not at all. We're trying to see if one of the books is a secret lever that opens a super cool hidden path.
So that's what you were doing.
I mean, of course I was also looking for useful information.
In any case, welcome to this humble corner. My name is Kaidan.
And I'm...
The small woman dramatically tours around, then pushes her own DA in front of our faces. The screen is set to show her own profile. Apparently her name is Ima. You know that won't do, right? You should introduce yourself properly.
That's alright. We could read her profile just fine. So you're both in Team Greed, huh? Correct! And I guess I'm greedy for leaving a strong first impression.
Well, you definitely succeeded, for better or for worse. Either way, it's nice to meet you two.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Ephra and this handsome little man is Saeva.
That's an upgrade on most of the rest of them. Will her abs give you a plan?
We're working on it. So, how are you two?
Is now really the time for small talk?
It's always the right time for small talk.
You say so. Carry on then.
We're fine. Saeva had a bit of a rough start, but thanks to my quick wit, brilliant sense of humor, and heart of gold, he managed to calm down. I'm glad to hear you two make such a good team. Kaidan, we should be more like them.
Okay. How do we do that?
I don't know. You stop treating me like a little kid, and in return, I just have to grow a little taller.
You think you're still gonna grow?
Kaidan chuckles lightly, but immediately stops as Ima's glare catches his eyes.
I went too far. I apologize.
Thank you. I wouldn't want us to end up like Lawyer Maysol.
It couldn't happen to us. I can't even imagine what went wrong between those two.
Speaking of them, did Maysol tell you about the elevator? Of course! That's why we were checking out this corner in the first place. Kaidan was wondering if the books were arranged in a way to convey a secret message.
But we'll never find out since you started working on your lever theory.
Come on! I put at least half the books back where I found them. I'm sorry. I'll be more careful next time.
Is there anything else that's noteworthy about this corner? Any DAs lying around, maybe?
Yeah, but it was so high up on that shelf, Kaidan had to grab it for me. Can you believe that? We've gone so far as a society, only for short people still to be disadvantaged.
Or you could say, they get the short end of the stick.
Kaidan! Do you want to get sent to the naughty corner?
I'm so sorry, it's just too tempting.
With that, Kaidan turns his back to us and actually stands in the corner of the shelves. No, I feel like the bad guy. I forgive you, please come back. Despite their bickering, I sense no hostility behind it all. They seem more like old friends with loose boundaries.
Either way, to get back on track, aside from the shelves, there's also a TV and a fireplace. We couldn't figure out how to get them working.
We turn around to verify that, yes, those two things are there, but nope, neither is turned on. And other than that, there's nothing here. We're sorry to disappoint you. Don't worry about it. But in that case, Saeva and I should keep going. Aye aye, see you later. I think that was everyone. Let's check our DA to make sure. I comply, reaching into my pocket to hand her the device. My fingers only brush against fabric. What the... Confused, I check the left side, finding the pockets of my pants. All of them are completely empty. Are you pulling a prank on me? Did you already take it earlier without me noticing? No? What the hell? I'd never do that. Okay, I totally would, but I swear I didn't. Then where did it go? Forrest is gonna be so mad. How's that the first thing you think of? She really did put some kind of succubus spell on you. No, I just don't like losing stuff that someone else entrusted to me. Okay then, calm down. You probably just dropped it. If we retrace our steps, we're sure to find it somewhere. It couldn't have vanished into thin air, right? I guess so, but maybe you've heard a thump or something? Besides, I'm usually very careful. Says the one who stumbled over a bottle in plain sight. But I'm starting to see the whole bully thing more and more. Any idea where you might have lost it? Well, we have been to storage, and we have been to the lounge. And the dining table was also there. We had it at the dining table, at least. Did we show it off since then? I don't know that we did. We're already at the lounge. Maybe near the lounge? There's so many books on the floor, maybe I wouldn't have noticed if the DA fell down. Sure, that's worth a shot. Team Greed has already walked away. Instead, we find Maysol perusing the bookshelves. She doesn't even pay attention to us standing right next to her. Still no reaction. How can we get her to notice us? Wow, look, a chess novel! For a brief second, I thought I saw Maysol's nose twitch, but still no reaction. How can we get her to notice us? Wow, look, a chess novel! It's just because we've already used that option. I was hoping we were doubling down. Wow! Look! A chess novel! They're just staring daggers at her. Oh, look, a history novel! Still no reaction. How can we get her to notice us? Wow, look, a detective novel! Maysol grunts, but it must have been subconsciously. Still no reaction. How can we get her to notice us? Tap her shoulder. I decide to bite the bullet and approach her directly. Just furiously. Wow! A chess novel! I was taking a few careful steps forward. I poke her with my index finger. The moment it makes contact, she swats it away. Oh, I thought you were a mosquito. Why are you disturbing me? We just want to ask if you've seen a DA lying around here somewhere. I see. I have not. And if I haven't seen one, then you can be absolutely certain that there isn't one. Damn, is there anything you can't do? You're not just smart, but you also have great eyes. You must be terribly jealous, I'm sure. Nah, just impressed. Keep doing you. Splendid. May your search lead you elsewhere, then. Rapidly. Sure. See you later. A mosquito is really excited about chess novels. Wow! A chess novel! Ah! Sure, see you later. Oh well, so much for that idea. Where else could we have lost our DA? Last place where I'm 100% sure I still had the DA was when we scanned the QR code on the dining table. It's possible you dropped it immediately after that. Sounds like a good idea to look there. Turns out Loy and Maysol moved on, allowing the dining area to be occupied by Team Lust instead. Long time no see. How'd the introductions go? Well enough, but we're kind of in a crisis right now, and it might ever so slightly concern you as well, Forrest. Oh, did you happen to find some unsavory photos on the DA I gave you? How would we... Where did you find the time to do that? What can I say? What happens in the escape room stays in the escape room. I'm gonna make the choice to be struck speechless. Is that allowed? That is an extremely Saieva thing to say, to be fair. Are we even allowed to do that? Are we allowed to be naked? Is that allowed? What made you think that is okay? Is that even allowed in here? Did Vinatris ever say anything about it being forbidden? But you still shouldn't. Isn't that common sense? I can't tell if you're actually upset or just frustrated you didn't think of doing it yourself. All I'm frustrated about is the fact that I'm in here! Come on, Asher. You've toyed with him enough. Isn't it time to let him off the hook? Fine. I guess I had my fun. Never expected him to react so strongly. He was just kidding.
Who jokes about something like that?
Anyways, Forrest, our issue is still related to your DA. That is, we, lost it. That's all? I was expecting you to be mad or something. Well, you're in luck. I only found a new one in the meantime, so I wouldn't have asked for it back anyway. But I hope it's okay if I keep this one to myself?
Of course, we couldn't possibly accept any more of your help. Well, you're about to receive it anyway. You'll be in trouble if you can't finish the task, so why don't I throw you a bone? There's no catch, I promise.
There's no catch. It would be more believable if you didn't have to point it out.
Either way, we found a DA in the fireplace earlier. Since we already had ours, we just left it there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Feel free to take it. For real? Thanks for the tip. Ephra heads for the TV, then turns around again midway to verify something. And you're sure there's no catch for telling us this?
Since you insist, we can just agree that you owe me a favor.
Reasonably okay with that arrangement, we focus our attention on the fireplace. Indeed, there is a DA inside of it. It's propped up against the side, making it hard to see unless one approaches it from the right angle. I see. So they use visual tricks like that. Finding the first DA is the hardest, but after that, you know what to look out for. Not like it matters much. After this, we just have to find the one we dropped, and that's going to be way more obvious. Right as Ephra is about to reach down for it... Don't mind if I do. Out of nowhere, Rhaera dives into the fireplace and snatches the device away. Oh, that's good. The foot moves into like a different... Yeah, they got the parallax down really well. Look at that. The different like levels of zoom happening. Excellent work. Hey, that's us! Oh, really? Then how come I'm the one holding it? She confidently spins the DA around in her hand. Because you stole it?
It's not like it had your name on it. We picked it up first, so we got this one fair and square.
Asha said we could have it. This is against the rules. Asha said it was ours.
Although that's technically correct, I still feel like this should have been rightfully ours. Those from Team Lust found it first. They said we could have it.
Sorry, that's not how this works. Better luck next time.
But it turns out there is no next time. Our squabble is interrupted when a familiar voice resounds from above.
Hello, cuties! The moment you've been waiting for has finally come. Please gather in front of the TV on the upper floor.
Pretending like nothing happened, Ced picks up Rhaera from the floor and dotingly brushes off her shirt. Everyone else gathers around shortly after, and the twins use this opportunity to put some space between us. Leaving no room for Ephra or me to object, the instructor's presentation starts playing.
We're proud of you! You really did it! You successfully completed the first task. Ah, it warms my heart.
You have a heart? I wasn't aware of that.
And you're missing a brain, so I'd say we're just perfect for each other. Anyways, we...
excuse me?
Yes, what is it?
Wait, I thought this was recording. So, we can directly communicate with them? You said we were here because we're bad people, but I'm really not getting that energy so far. You know, I was robbed just a minute ago. Did you happen to make a mistake? We assure you that's not the case. All of you, except for one, are criminals.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean except for one?
So one of us just pulled the short straw? How's that fair? Why would an innocent person have to go through this? Please calm down. Even though that person doesn't deserve to be here, there's still a reason for it.
What's that supposed to mean? Wow, great job confusing everyone. Did you really have to spill the beans just like that? But since I feel like it, I might as well reveal another secret. Someone in here volunteered to be a part of this and agreed to keep an eye on you. So they're a spy, a traitor.
Who exactly are they supposed to be betraying? All of us are on the same side.
They're just our little helper who takes care of the things we can't do from afar. It seems pretty pointless to worry about a spy when there are 13 entire criminals here. Either way, forget about that for now. Since you finished your first task, you get a nice little reward. You'll be able to unlock your rooms again. To be more precise, we've installed apps on your DAs that will do it for you.
Your DLs will from now on serve as your room keys. We recommend you take good care of them.
About that. Cypher and I are still missing out, so what about us? That's tricky, huh? Looks like you won't be able to get back into your rooms then. What? Hold on, I'm confused about why this meeting is happening in the first place. Didn't you say we all have to find a DA in order to complete the task? Nope, we didn't say that.
Then what did you mean? Since we couldn't find any, the task doesn't sound complete to me at all.
Well, too bad it's not up to you to decide. We said that all 14 DAs must contain your information. But how those DAs are distributed among you, it's not our concern.
Uh-huh? You're fine with us not having one?
That's right. And I'm not sure if you'll be fine with that. If you want to unlock your rooms and have access to a safe place, I suggest you sort that out with your peers.
Since you might have your hands full with that, we'll give you your next task tomorrow. For now, consider yourselves dismissed. That is all.
Good luck, and see you soon! Hold on! How on earth are we supposed to...
As a final slap in the face, the TV shuts off. Ephra digs her nails into her fist before sighing and slowly regaining her cool.
Alright, great, fine. That's how it's gonna be. Well, the rest of you heard what's up. I'd appreciate it if you could help us out. What happened with Rero was one thing, but we also lost the one DA we were supposed to have. Have any of you seen one lying on the floor somewhere?
Initially, nobody knows what to say, but Maisel soon breaks the silence.
Were you not paying attention? Your device is not lost.
Or, at the very least, not anymore.
What makes you say that?
I suppose I'll explain it in a way anyone can follow. From my understanding, the DAs adapt to whoever is holding them. I verified this with Kaidan earlier. Maisel glances at the tall man, waiting for him to corroborate her statement.
Right. Team Pride was the first one we met. Maisel showed us a profile menu which displayed the 4 of us, but she said it was supposed to contain data on more people. We deduced that the device adapted its content based on our varying knowledge levels. That means somehow a DA knows who's currently using it. Depending on that, the same device will display different information.
So what happens if nobody is using it, and it has no user to adapt to? It would be logical to assume it contains no data at all. That is why a DA cannot be lost. The fact that the information gathering task is considered cleared means that all DAs are currently in someone's possession.
A device that can essentially read someone's mind just by being looked at. As fantastical as that sounds, my experience matches theirs. Back when Forrest gave us her DA, the menu also didn't show everyone, even though she had already completed her task.
What the hell? So you're saying someone stole it?
Not necessarily. If you dropped it, anyone could have picked it up without even knowing it belonged to you.
But it does make me wonder. Are you the only ones who don't have one yet?
No one new speaks up.
So at least the problem is limited to just you two.
Apparently, not everyone agrees that the current situation is a problem.
Can someone tell me why I'm supposed to give a crap? Boo-hoo, they can't enter their rooms, so what? It's not like it's gonna kill them.
Ephra is struck speechless by that inconsiderate remark.
What's that look for? You gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
This whole discussion is partially about me, so it's probably about time I say something. Do I agree with Loy's statement?
Ha! It's combat time!
I assume we're attacking Loy? Pick a statement to weaponize or deny. Ah, here we go. Okay. Defend. Okay. Interesting, interesting. You're wrath, but also a whiny baby. That guy's gonna kill them. It's not like I'm gonna kill you! Ah! I don't think it's about us being in mortal danger, and rather about us getting equal treatment.
You are getting equal treatment.
The rest of us managed to find DAs just fine. You didn't, so you don't get one.
I think what you're really saying is you want special treatment.
Are we supposed to sleep in the hallway or something? I'd say we all have the right to regain access to our rooms, particularly the beds.
We've all crashed on a friend's couch before, so you'll be able to do it again.
There's one right there and several downstairs.
You have friends?
More than you, probably!
Absent collegially pats Loy's shoulder, but the hooded man immediately winds himself free from the physical contact.
I don't know if we can limit the usefulness of the A's to just get to sleep in a bed, though.
I mean, think about it. By default, they included the profile menu. After that, we got the opportunity to install the magnificent map feature. And now, they're giving us another app for unlocking our rooms. I think they're going to keep this up. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep hitting us with new functionality.
And? So they won't be able to play Flappy Bird on their temporary fake phones. I still don't see the problem.
Of course you cannot understand something so simple. In all likelihood, the DAs will only increase in significance. Will you have the same stance if only a DA turns into a matter of life or death? Tentatively, Ima raises her hand, and quickly brings up her point upon realizing that there isn't a moderator. So, we know the DAs are important, and we also know that we already found them all. Then why is this discussion even still going on? Those who have an extra DA should just give it to Aphra and save her. That way everyone has one, and the conflict is resolved.
I don't think it's so simple. If the device is that useful, why would anyone give up a spare? Besides, in case you haven't noticed, nobody spoke up so far. If someone planned on giving it back, they would have done so already.
I'd understand if this was about rations or something, but what's the advantage of having too many tablets? Just having one gives you all the features you need.
Even if we don't currently know their full potential, they could definitely come in handy.
That's so selfish! Their usefulness comes at the expense of Team Wrath! Though the twins largely kept in the background until now, Rhaera enters the conversation with a sadistic glint in her eyes. Well, maybe some people are just smart and make use of any advantage they can get. Is that an admission? She's saying that she has more than one DA? I still carry a bit of a grudge for what she did earlier, so humbling her does sound pretty appealing right now. Should I call her out? Or better stay quiet and wait? It'd be really funny if the part is a murder weapon, but just like used as a club. Anything's a murder weapon if you try hard enough. Ooh. Ooh, did you do it? Or is this a trap? Did you do it or is this a trap? Oh, Saiva. What are you gonna do? You're Team Wrath. Some people are just smart. No, they aren't! No one's smart! Let's try silence. Let's see what happens. I better sit this one out. I shouldn't accuse someone if I don't have any evidence. I get an affection with someone. I didn't see who. On that note, I'm surprised all of you are buying this. You're just taking their word that Team Wrath was too incompetent to find a DA? Isn't it possible that this is all part of some scheme for them to get a third one? It's bad. Should I have pushed back after all? What a stupid plan would that be? You've only had exactly one DA. Why would anyone feel compelled to give it to us? Oh, that already happened, didn't it? Forrest was kind enough to do that for you. And how do you know about that? Is that supposed to be confidential information? We all have ears, so I recommend you talk more quietly next time. Anyways, I think we've all tolerated this fake drama long enough. Can we go back to our rooms and call it a day? I was willing to let her comment earlier slide, but if she's actively I have to defend myself. Fortunately, I just thought of something. Hold on, Rhaera. You said you overheard us talking to Team Lust, right? Yeah, it was impossible not to hear, actually. Then you also heard when Asher told us where the DA is. You only found the DA in that fireplace thanks to his advice. Your point being? I still needed one, so was I just supposed to pass on that opportunity and let you have it? She's really running with the story that she only has one DA, but somehow I just know that's not true. Is there a fitting statement I can counter or latch onto? Someone stole it. Why would anyone give up a spare? Forrest was kind enough to do that for you. I still needed one. Why would anyone give up a spare? Still needed one. I was just supposed to pass on the opportunity to let you have it. Actually, I know for certain that you already had a DA before the one in the fireplace. Back in the kitchen, when Aphra and I first met you, you literally had one in your hand. I saw it. It should have been an excellent, irrefutable argument, but Rhaera's look only conveys a mix of pity and annoyance. That was my brother's. We obviously shared it as any time would before I got one for myself. Damn it, I really thought I got it with that.
We're gonna die here, gang. Let's pop down a save. Just in case I do die here, gang.
I was kind enough to do that for you. Why would I need to spare?
I do worry that my brain is too tired to make the connections it needs to for this game right now. Even though it might not be tempting, you should give us your spare right now.
Not even an argument.
I understand that it feels like it's way too late to give up now, but your reputation can only improve if you admit to it sooner rather than later.
Is everyone seeing this? He's literally gaslighting me.
I'm not... Oh, come on! I'll probably find something before people start thinking I'm the bad guy here.
Advantage having too many tablets.
Why would you even need 2 DAs to begin with? You're hurting Ephra and I far more than it's benefiting you.
I can ask you the same question. Why are you so insistent on getting some gullible person to give you one?
Several minutes left of the stream. It's fine.
What do you have to gain from all this?
I guess know you is a strategy too.
This has gone on long enough. I think it's obvious that Team Wrath are just talking out of their asses. Are you kidding me? Why would we...
Save it for tomorrow. I'm tired and I couldn't care less.
Slowly but surely, everyone else also starts turning away. They've lost interest in what we have to say. Ephra and I are unable to convince them to listen to us any longer, and they make their way downstairs, ensuring that the DAs remain out of our grasp. Frustrated, we surrender to our fates, and decide to sleep on the couches in the main hall. Ephra makes the best of the situation and considers it a sleepover. She engages in a mostly one-sided conversation before finally falling asleep. Only much later do we realize that our failure today proved to be fatal.
Oh no! Hold on, how on earth are we supposed to... Okay, let's just reload our save. I think I'm just not really understanding, like, what our goal is.
I still needed one. I believe we're buying this. Just smart, make use of any advantage they can get. I'm too incompetent to find this. This is all part of some scheme for them to get a third one.
I don't even remember when she said someone stole it. I'll be real with you. That's it! You stole our DA, didn't you?
As I said, what happened to the fireplace wasn't stealing.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about the DA we thought we'd lost. It was actually stolen by you.
Completely unfazed, Rayra offers me another challenge. Okay, humor me. What made you come up with that idea?
I always thought it was weird I was supposed to have neither seen nor heard that I dropped something. On top of that, my jacket's pockets are pretty deep. Right, when she did the thing with the... yeah. So I don't understand how it could have just fallen out of there. But if you pickpocketed me, that would solve all of those mysteries at once.
True, that answer would make you look slightly less like a clown, but would the thief necessarily have to be me? Couldn't anyone else have stolen your DA?
No, I kept a modest distance between myself and everyone we met. And there's everyone except for you. You grabbed my coat to figure out how warm it is. But now I realize that was just a diversion to snatch our DA.
Oh, interesting idea. And where's your proof for that?
Right as my nerves hit their limit, Ephra decides to step in.
Nah, you've played this game long enough. He's made enough points for you to start trying to prove your innocence. And how do you suggest I do that? How can I prove that I don't have something? No matter what I showed you, you could always complain that I hid it somewhere else. At this point, you want me to be the villain so bad, I could probably strip naked and you'd still think I'm guilty. First of all, don't worry. Nobody wants to see that. Second of all, I was about to ask for something different. Show us the one DA you do have. What? Why would you ask for that? Why not? It won't implicate you in any way, so it should be no problem, right? Hell no! If I pull it out and happens to have a scratch on it or something, you're gonna say that you put that there in advance. And there's gonna be some absolute bullshit move where there's no way you thought that far ahead. Calm, yet forceful, Ephra stands her ground. I promise I won't pull any move. Just show us your DA. This time even Ced decides to get involved.
I don't think we have to...
But Rayra immediately cuts him off. Shut up! Your brother was quiet the whole time, but now he decides to step in? Alright, something is definitely up. I don't understand what the big deal is. Just show it already. Like sharks, the rest of the group closes in on Rhaera. They inch closer and closer, waiting for her to finally surrender her device. But when someone reaches out their hand towards his sister, Ced finally snaps.
Stop! Leave her alone!
Full of determination, he steps in front of Rhaera.
Alright, fine. I have them. I have all of them.
Frantically, Ced exposes the pockets of his cape, and a total of 4 DAs tumble to the ground.
Rhaera can't show you her DA because I've been keeping it. This whole thing was my idea, so please don't be mad at her.
Can't you follow the plan correctly for once? Were you trying to take credit for my idea?
I think the plan clearly wasn't going to work anyway.
Only because you couldn't do as you're told and keep quiet.
I'm sorry. I really thought they were gonna...
Dismissing her brother's statement, Rhaera addresses the rest of us. Guess the jig's up. Sayeva, I stole your DA, and yes, we didn't actually need the one we picked up from the fireplace. Don't just stand there! You screwed up, so now we have to give them back. Seemingly on the verge of tears, Ced renders himself submissive and hands Aphra and I our devices. Thanks for wasting our time. Are we done here? Like hell we are! Didn't you want to apologize or something? Sure, I'm really sorry we got caught. There, happy? I'm not going to say more than that because I know all of you would have done the same thing given the opportunity. Without waiting for Aphra's approval, Rhaera storms off downstairs.
She doesn't mean that. She's just a bit humiliated. Both of us feel bad. We shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
After bowing apologetically, Ced leaves as well.
Well, that was anticlimactic. At the very least, those kleptomaniacs confirmed that there really are criminals among us. And Aphra, that was pretty impressive. How did you know Ced was hiding all those DAs?
Huh? I didn't. I only wanted Rhaera to pull out a DA so I could know where she kept it and take it back later. I'm sorry, can we go to sleep now? I'm really tired. Tis tries to stifle a yawn, but it slips out anyway.
I've been feeling tired all day, so get over it. I've been tired for months. No, you. Huh? You're the one who should get over it. Shouldn't you be happy someone else understands how you feel? Well, so when I'm tired, nobody cares. But the moment the baby starts crying, everyone wants to bend over backwards. Oh, that's not very nice. I do feel like we've been awake long enough, even if I don't know what time it is.
Briefly squinting her eyes open again, Tis looks at Kaidan in confusion. You don't know? Don't we have clocks on our DAs?
We do?
Curious, I pull out my device, and most of the others do the same.
Oh, you're right. I didn't notice at all. And you look at that. It's almost pointing towards midnight. They went by in a flash. Could you be that late already?
It certainly feels that way.
So...
Exhausted to the point of lightheadedness, Tis loses her balance.
Be careful!
Fortunately, Kaidan managed to catch her before she slumps to the ground. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No need to be. Well then, I think it's high time we head back to our rooms and call it a day.
The others nod approvingly. All of us are tired from the various activities today. Everyone makes their way downstairs, but someone calls for me to stay behind.
Finally, I've got you all to myself. Aren't you popular? Tell me about it!
I still don't understand why Rhaera targeted me in particular, but that has to wait for another time.
What was up with you earlier? Are you mad about something? Goodness, of course not. I really thought you'd catch on faster. I just didn't want the others to find out that we know each other. I figured as much, but why? Want to make us, like, extremely suspicious? None of the others knew each other beforehand. That's not true. What about Rhaera and Ced? Yeah, but they're twins, so they're essentially the same person. I don't think that's how twins work. And speaking of them, why didn't you back me up during the debate? I was fighting my life out there! Sorry. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too obvious that we have a connection. Besides, you were hanging there pretty well on your own. I'm proud of you. You still could have helped me out, even if just a little. And it's okay. I'm just glad to have you here with me. You're someone I can trust, no matter what. Boy howdy. I can most certainly trust you, my dear friend. Nothing at all could possibly make me think that you are not worthy of 100% of my trust. Yes, sirree. Truly, you would never do anything to put me in harm's way. Especially not to save your own skin. Nuh-uh. Not you, Divin. Never.
See, that's my other issue. I don't know if I can trust you. You the real save I know? Of course I am. Prove it. Your name is Divin Fies, you're 19 years old, and we've known each other half our lives. Correct, but maybe you're a secret agent who researched all that information. Basically, all of it is right here. On the DAs. It's right there. Can't you see we already have a 5 heart rating? Surely that's how you know it's me. Divin, please. Stop always being this paranoid. Can you blame me? This is way too big of a coincidence to be true. There's something majorly off about it. That's true, but... I cut myself off. Divin has every right to be suspicious or even scared of me. I need to approach this from a different angle. After taking a deep breath to compose myself, I addressed my best friend with a gentle tone, rather than a defensive one. Divin, look at me. You can calm down now. You do realize that looking at you has the exact opposite effect, right? I'd recognize that smile anywhere. Guess that means it really is you. What a relief. Though not in the way I expected it to, I'm glad my strategy worked out in the end. Anyways, because I know you're innocent, do you happen to be this 5 actress mentioned? Unfortunately not. I have no idea what's going on, so I'd actually appreciate having some insider info. But I thought you were innocent as well. What on earth did you do? Fine, I'll tell you, but promise you won't get mad. Depends on how bad it is, but alright. Once I saw an old lady fall over. Yeah? And I laughed. Divin! I know it sounds awful, and I understand why they wrongly deduced that I completely lack empathy, but it looked so funny. What I don't get is how that made me end up in Team Envy. He adopts an exaggerated philosophical tone. Maybe, deep down, I was wishing I was the one who fell over. Naturally, I play along. Or maybe you wished you were an old lady. We both laugh at our own silliness. Okay, but back to being serious. Criminal is a very vague word, so I'd be careful around the others. We don't know what they're capable of. I see what you mean, but doesn't that go directly against our task? Not at all. You're allowed to trust them as long as you stay alert. Doesn't trust explicitly involve letting your guard down? I disagree. I obviously trust you, but how could I let my guard down around someone with such a dashing smile? I attempt to playfully hit him, but I end up socking him square in the face, then get interrupted mid-swing by an involuntary yawn. Right, you should probably get some sleep. Yeah, my drowsiness is really starting to get to me. Seriously though, I'm sorry you're having such a rough start. I really let you down today. You're not the one who stole my weird new phone and then made a huge scene for nothing, so it's okay. Fair enough. Besides, not everything I've experienced today was bad. I'm extremely lucky to have you here with me, and Forrest was unexpectedly nice too. Forrest? Ah, the one who gave you a DA. It's good to be grateful, but you should get used to the idea that people might have ulterior motives. Especially in here. I don't really see what she had to gain from that. But sure, I'll be careful. Good. Well then, see you tomorrow. We wish each other good night and head to our respective rooms. I pull out my DA and press on the newly added lock icon. Promptly, the door emits a satisfying click. I plop onto the mattress, suddenly overcome by fatigue. After fighting so hard to get this bed back, it seems a lot more comfortable than it was this morning. For what feels like the first time in my life, I fall asleep without the help of a Dream Annie. Phase 2! When I wake up, I'm disappointed and surprised to find out I didn't even bother to put on pajamas last night. And on the discovery, we didn't even put on pajamas last night. We're gonna end today's stream, because it's been 10 hours since I started today. I need to eat, or at the very least, to not be sat on my broken computer chair. Those are the main things. I've really had a lot of fun with this one, though. I wonder, I feel like, as I say, maybe a puzzle game at the end of the night wasn't my wisest scheduling move.
But it's fine, actually. I think. Because I had a lovely time. If you guys are also interested in artificial solution, you can check it out in the pin posts. You can check it out in the description. Depends on where you're watching this. I'm very fine and normal. Thank you, Kiko Dev, if you're still around for popping by. If you're not, you are! Hello! Thank you so much for reaching out about this. This was a really fun time. I'm really interested to see the full game. Probably going to check out the rest of the demo at some point, to be honest. Don't know if I'll do it on stream or not, but I'm definitely intrigued. I like, we've had quite a bit of variety in the games we've played. A lot of them have leaned towards visual novels, so I quite like also having the escape room aspect of this one. It gives an extra, bit of crunch to the gameplay, you know? I'm interested to see what you can do with that as well, because, I assume this is going to turn into, whittling down the other opponents. And it's can you do that via the puzzles? Anywho, I'm going to leave. I'm going to stop the recording now. YouTube doesn't need to hear me talking about raiding out. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that nonsense. Lean towards this one. Wait to say 80% of them. Listen. Hey. Listen. Yes. And video ending now. Bye!